Welcome back, Herman, to Twice Styled Mom. Thank you so much for joining us here again today. We're very honored that you're in our little space and talking about the product range, New Life, nutrition, children, supplementation, and the importance of it all. Welcome.
My pleasure. Thank you. Very specifically, you can see there into the 80s, there they show the cells, the trend in, the scientific validation, therefore, that was done. They also pioneered the artificial stomach, as you can see there, which they actually could test whether the pill is actually absorbed and dissolved.
Yes.
In actual fact, recently, they're the first company to actually develop a complete artificial digestive system. So they can actually see what happens to the pill once it goes into the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestines, large intestines, to see what actually happens to the pill. That's fantastic to see that they do that effort. We're sure they give you quality.
Let's just stop there for a second.
Yes.
Just going back on the absorption, because I feel like a lot of us mommies don't understand the concept. We go out, we buy great supplementation for our children, but we don't understand that the tablet that we give them and what they absorb into the body is not on the same level as it should be. Am I correct?
Yes. Let me give you an example. Dr. Oz in America went to showgrounds and he took those portable toilets. He took them, he emptied them into a big sieve. Then he used the hose pipe to wash everything away. And then the bottom of the sieve, there were pills lying there. And then some of the pills, you could still even see the brand logo. The pills did not even digest, not even in the chemicals that was in the toilets. So you swallow the pill, but it's no good. Because the pill must first dissolve in your intestines, get digested, dissolve then get absorbed into the bloodstream. Then the blood is taken to the cells. And then from the cell, it must go into the cell. That's called assimilation.
Yes.
And that is where the problem comes in. First, it doesn't get absorbed into the bloodstream. And secondly, it doesn't get assimilated if you don't have a good quality.
You're saying the New Life tablets absorption rate is so much higher than any of the product ranges out there.
Let me give you an example. Calcium tablets, for example, the typical ones that people buy in the shops, the dolomite, the calcium carbonate, their absorption rate is about 10%. Some of them go up to about 18%, and the more expensive ones, they add to few things and go to 25%. Now, the New Life one is 84%.
Wow.
And if you start comparing apples with apples, the cheap ones are actually more expensive. Because you have to take 10 or 15 of them to get to one of the New Life tablets. And then I'm not even talking about those calcium tablets very often lead to kidney stones because the calcium is not used by the body, can crystallize in the kidneys. And that's unfortunately what happens. A lot of people buy these cheaper tablets because they go for money, not for value. And then they end up with negative side effects.
Yes, more problems.
Yep. I actually know of a lady in America who, it's a long story, look at the whole story. It's a pastor's wife. She went for the cheap calcium tablets. She got kidney stones, got medicine for the kidney stone treatment, got blood clots because of the medication, got gangrene in the feet. They had to amputate the feet. All because she wanted to save a few cents per day.
And here we think we're doing a great thing supplementing, not knowing what damage the actual supplementation is creating if we're not buying the correct ones.
That's right.
Thank you.
Just to complete the question, like it's quite a long question, this one, why New Life? They're the first company to make what they call the carotenoid complex, which consists of 15 families, that means 600 different carotenoids in the pill, or the capsule. It was also researched by US Department of Agriculture, and the results were published to show that it boosts the immune system by 37% in 20 days. It increases the killer cells, white blood cells, by 20% in 20 days. It retards aging by 44%. It decreases the risk of heart disease due to cholesterol by up to 500%. And this was published in scientific journals. And 2 years later, that with flavonoids, which is the next one you see there, the flavonoid complex, which is your water-soluble antioxidant, which is the fat-soluble one. That product contains 4,000 different flavonoids. And the same thing happened with the Peter suggests again. They published this article about the big breakthrough in flavonoids. Scientists are still trying to isolate them. The pleasure of seeing another facts. In 2 years by the time this product is already on the market. So New Life is taking the lead, setting the trend. And you can see the characters, the flavonoids and cruciferous, they've also been published and used in the United States National Cancer Institute protocol.
And they've been around since 1958, so this is not a fly-by company.
That's right. Just to summarize one or two other things here quickly. There I already spoke with the probiotics, the Jalga technology, I already mentioned that. Then the omega-3. They're the first company to make an omega-3 fish oil, cold processed, that contains all 8 omega-3 fish oils. And this interesting one, again, why do you like New Life? First, it's complete. Secondly, they make this only from the fillet, the meat, not the intestines, not the skin, nothing else, from the fish. Because if you press the whole fish, you press toxins that's in the digestive system into the oil as well. They test this fish oil for more than 200 toxins. There mustn't be any in it. This is the only fish oil supplement the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists recommend for pregnant women because of its purity and potency, and also been published and researched and shows the lowest inflammation and so forth. So the clinical proof is there. The shake, the Neuro Shake, tested on diabetics, for example, published again. It's effective for weight loss. Diabetics can use it, and it contains all 22 amino acids we need every day. And this is the only company, as far as I know, that's got shakes that contains all 22 amino acids. The best competitors got about 19. And it's all to have all 22. To develop powerful and unique products with world-class clinical research, work with leading scientists and institutes, not only the only scientists, they combine with universities all over the world for research. And then they publish whatever they get for peer review purposes. So, why should I make New Life my nutritional home? It's based in nature, but backed by science. Based in nature is biocompatible to your bodies. Our bodies can absorb it, bodies can use it. And the Scientific Advisory Board has got a history of excellence. They often get invited to participate as presenters at international conferences on nutrition. I'm talking about even the World Health Organization uses these researchers for their lectures. Pioneer nutrition with solutions to our nutritional gaps. A pharmaceutical license for manufacture is another important one. In other words, if the label says 10 milligrams, whatever, then there must be 10 milligrams of that thing in the pill. It must be 99% plus correct. And that's a big problem because we find that most supplements out there, what is on the label is not in the pill and vice versa. And here, pharmaceutical license, it must be 99% plus correct. Otherwise, the company can be closed down. Okay. It's also totally GMO free, no GMO ingredients at all. And then the first company who made a certified, organic, vegan skincare range that uses marine botanicals also.
Okay, let's just stop there for a second as well. Tell me more about when you say organic. We read and see organic everywhere, but is it 100% organic, or is it what the label tells us? Because if the label tells me it's organic, I'm going to believe that what I am buying and feeding my child is organic.
Okay. First of all, let's talk about labeling. The law is not very strict on these things. Very often, if something says organic, it's not 100% organic necessarily. There are seals of accountability, like the US Department of Agriculture seal, or the New Life SAB seal, for example, and there are others also. That if you see that seal, you know at least it's 80% plus.
80% plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas the New Life seal, the SAB, is 100%.
When we look at a product and it says or reads organic, we need to find those little labels that proves that the product has been tested and therefore falls on a percentage of 80% and higher.
Okay, I'll quickly show you some of the seals. There are some seals. There are more, but there are a couple of seals one can look at.
Okay.
And there you see the SAB seal as well there.
Yes. So these are the seals that needs to be on a product.
Yeah, there are others too.
That it has been tested.
Yeah, it must be a third-party seal. Another must be an independent body. Now, this is what is interesting from New Life as well. The SAB functions independently from New Life. And the SAB actually has a couple of times already refused to put their logo on some New Life products. They said because the purity wasn't there. And then the company withdrew those products from the market because they want the SAB seal to be on there.
Okay, so that's important. And it's important for us consumers to know this.
Yes. Let me give you another example. If I make a synthetic vitamin and I use petroleum as my starting point, petroleum in chemistry is an organic compound. Petrol is an organic compound. So if I take that, or acetylene is also organic, and I convert that now into a synthetic vitamin, for example, I can actually on the label say organic. It is an organic substance.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing.
What you can do.
Yeah, it's actually petroleum. Or it comes from petroleum, put it that way.
Yes, that's incredible. That is definitely incredible. And that's one of the major things that puts New Life in a different bracket to the supplementation out there.
100% organic, is certain tested, and like I said, the pharmaceutical license.
Okay.
There's only one product. There's only one product that's got a preservative in. And that's the aloe vera plus, which is juice.
Okay.
There's only one, but they have to. It's one of those, the best of two evils. If they don't put it in, it won't have shelf life at all.
Okay.
Because it's so organic.
That's great. Thank you, Herman. Thanks for sharing why New Life versus the others. Thank you for touching a bit on labeling and the importance of us to be able to read the labels and also understanding how marketers have changed. We look forward to hearing from you again very soon. May you have a lovely evening until the next time, Herman.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on.